Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime that has been animated with 2 seasons. Season 1 was The start of season 2 was fun. It was lighthearted. All the characters were young. Gojo had shades. Geto wasn't ghetto. Mei still bad as fuck. And we got basketball. That's fun. It's just like in season 1, where there were no deaths, no one's having an existential crisis, everybody got along. Oh what? The Jujutsu master is aging and he needs to merge with the 14-year-old girl so he can reinforce the barriers protecting both Jujutsu high locations, but she would also lose her existence and identity in the process? That's fucked up. But it's fun. A babysitting side quest. The aquarium. Wow, stunning visuals, smiles. Was to indicate something that has happened and will most likely never happen again. Example sentence: Jujutsu Kaisen was fun. Until this motherfucker showed up. Toji pulling up is like Kawhi Leonard checking into the game, and everyone is LeBron James. That was an oddly specific analogy. This is where it all turned to shit. The sheer power and fear brought by this one man had changed everything that we knew about Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo alone isn't the honored one, and this scene had manga readers mad, but what's new? Though he ends up killing him, Toji was a menace that shoved his responsibilities aside, killed himself in front of his son, and overpowers everyone in his way, completely destroying the power dynamics that we've seen in the story. Speaking of overpowered, do you remember the volcano head guy who went up against Gojo, became a meme and got teabagged on? Yeah, that guy. Well, apparently he's just unlucky, because the only 2 fights he got were against the 2 strongest characters, and the rest were just one-taps. The strongest sorcerer in history, the king of curses, call him whatever you want. Sukuna is him. After wandering off different plots and storylines, I think Gege wanted to remind us of why Jujutsu Kaisen started in the first place. The main reason Yuji became a sorcerer. Okay, that was cold as fuck. Sukuna's reappearance in season 2 showed us a couple things. Jogo is actually OP, Megumi has a pet he can't control, and Sukuna is a sadist. I don't like getting into character's age, but spiritually traumatizing a 15-year-old boy by nuking an entire portion of a city has to be some of the most unhinged behaviors I've seen. Which is why I don't know what it is with authors that love to torture their protagonists. Like fuck, Gege, why? Did Yuji look like your bully in high school? Holy shit, Yuji this season has faced more trauma than I have facing women over the last 2 years. He needs therapy. No, he needs an entire hospital for his problems. I don't even know how is he still alive after being slammed through walls and having his body thrown around like a ragdoll. The last time I checked, he was still human. This has to be the strongest yet weakest plot armor ever. Strong enough to keep him alive, weak enough to see his friends die. While everyone has cool domain expansions, Yuji just spams the one trick he knows. That's kinda gay, but it's thanks to that we're not scratching our heads every time he fights. Because frankly, trying to understand curse techniques is like trying to get your life together as an adult. Again, an oddly specific analogy. It's hard. Whenever this voice comes on, yep, that's our cue to sit up and focus. But let's be honest, you still don't understand shit. Black Flash was supposed to be a technique where you can't use at will. But I don't know, the character screaming out Black Flash tells me otherwise. Confusion aside, Season 2 had some of the best fight scenes anime has to offer this year. Compared to the first season, the second season had multiple changes in art style and animation. For better or for worse, that's subjective. But I don't mind it. I'm not some Reddit user that shits on the animation when I myself can't even animate to save my life. Gojo vs Toji, Mekamaru vs Mahito, Yuji vs Choso, the list goes on and on. Every episode was packed with action. Each fight had a different purpose. The soundtrack amplifies the action sequences that you wouldn't have imagined just by reading the manga, bringing the adaptation to a whole nother level. And this is the part where I talk about my dumbass skipped number 7. I was supposed to put it before I talk about the fights, but anyways. It's not a MAPPA anime if the animators are not having mental breakdowns every week. We have producers and staffs ranting on their workload. Episodes were published when it's not even half of the intended vision, all while the company had its hands full with other projects as the second season aired. Twitter became everyone's emotional escape, and YouTubers covered the issues and meltdowns that the production was having. But do you really think that MAPPA gives a shit? No! No one's seeing their family until we get this 43,000 frames animated due Friday. And we'll do it all again until this season ends. Is how I would imagine the average MAPPA meeting would be like. And I do sympathize with them. Well, good luck with One Punch Man. Junpei in Season 1 was like the tip of the iceberg, because everyone got fucked in Season 2. Death is a notion that authors tend to stay away from when it involves the main characters, all as to not trigger the readers or the viewers, or get sent death threats by some 9-year-old on the internet. Like, why kill the good guys when you can kill off the bad? But just like the animation studio, Gege does not give a fuck. He builds up the characters that we adore so much and just make them go and another one. Yep, that'll get the fans riled up. Kill him! Kill him! But I honestly don't mind the good guys being dead. It defeats the generic premise where if you're one of the good guys, you probably won't die even if you suck ass. No, Jujutsu Kaisen characters die even when they don't suck ass. It goes against that general narrative in shonen, adding that feeling of uncertainty whenever the characters engage in fights. You don't expect the good guys to come out alive. Each battle felt like their lives were at stake. And as each episode gave me depression, I turned to Spy Family to cure it. Which leaves me with one question. Curses in Jujutsu Kaisen have different grades. There are the weak ones, some pretty strong ones, and the ones that make you go, okay, how the fuck does he even die? Mahito is that one bitch that you never want to see again, but he just always sticks around and it annoys you. This man single-handedly killed off the most beloved characters with his cheeky antics. His existence reminds me of that one Chainsaw Man episode, where everyone is covered in blood, giving it their all. But the bad guy just comes in and and boop, it's gone, GG's. It makes you rethink the skill difference that they have. The good guys, they're humans with a little magic in them. The bad guys, they're stacked with tricks under their sleeves. Mahito's true form had me shit in my pants. Like, how the fuck is a human going to defeat that? It wouldn't be a Jujutsu Kaisen experience if it wasn't for the memes and the edits. Throughout Season 2, we made fun of Yuji being traumatized, Megumi being the first to die, Choso having a schizophrenic episode. Every scene had the potential to be a meme, and there were so many memes going around that we would have to watch the latest episode as soon as it drops to avoid getting spoiled. But of course, you can't forget the edits using that one sad song. You know, the song that goes, "The ways in which you talk to me."
Nah, I'd win.
Huh?
But no matter how sad the scenes are or how deep the wounds cut, it's times like this where you gotta dig deep and ask yourselves,
are you strong because you're not, I'd win? Or did you leave it all behind and stand proud because with this treasure I summon always bet on Hikari? I'm you. Wait a minute, what is going on?
Alright, give me 20 seconds to be down bad. I simp for Mei Mei.
私のために死んでくれるかい?
With pleasure, my lady. The way she talks and walks, her calm and composed stature makes me want to give everything up and be breastfed by mommy Mei Mei for the rest of my life. I'd let her step on me, heck, sit on me. Mei Mei is a baddie, and I want to be her wee wee. The only romance we got was Mekamaru and Miwa. I bet Gege felt cute writing this. But this relationship doesn't make any sense. Mekamaru is like a VTuber, and Miwa is his Discord mod. You're telling me that apart from being useless, you would fall for a robot with zero personality while not even seeing his true form? I don't know, Miwa, you kinda kinky. What the fuck is going on?